Alright, so I am almost done with all the applique for my monster. I want to talk to you guys about hiding knots and also to kind of finish up showing you how I am whip stitching on the overalls. So you see these are very close stitches, close together, and they're nice and tight. So I'm finishing up on this side, and I just scoop up a little bit of the fabric. Scoop up a little bit of the fabric from behind and pull nice and slow. Remember, when you rush, that's how knots happen. Okay, so I am almost back to where I started. Make sure you don't whip stitch the arms in there. Okay, alright, so I am done now. So I'm going to take my needle, and I'm not going to do another whip stitch. I'm just going to push it down through. So now on the back, you see I'm right back to where I started. There's my first knot. So I'm going to do my tie off. Remember, you have to be doing tie offs this entire time. I have rethreaded my needle 5 times to put on all of these different parts. Okay, and it took me about an hour. It took me an hour. So if you don't think you're comfortable or gonna have enough time, scale back. Okay, so now that my knot's there, I can cut that off. Okay, and all of my knots are now hidden on the back of the monster. I don't have any knots on the front. That's part of your grade. Okay, it should look nice and neat. At this point, I'm ready to put my 2 halves together. So I'm going to line them up. Okay. And I have to leave a gap to stuff my monster. I highly suggest you do it either along a straight edge, so depending on which shape monster you pick, that might be on one side of the head, or maybe along a leg, but you need about a 2 to 3 inch gap to stuff your monster with the stuffing. So once my edges are lined up nice and neat, again, that's part of your grade, I'm going to put about 5 pins back in my monster to hold the pieces together. If your pieces are moving, okay, you're not going to get nice straight edges. So I put my pins in to make sure everything is lined up and not moving. Okay. Okay, and I am going to leave this side of the head open for stuffing. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put one more pin here along the bottom of the face, and then I'm going to leave this portion open so that I can stuff. When you have to stuff arms and legs and things, actually I take that back, I lied. I'm going to leave the very top open to stuff, because to get the stuffing into the arms and legs, it's best to use the eraser end of a pencil, okay, to make sure that you get it in there. So I'm going to leave the top open, that way I have a straight line and it's easier to manipulate into the arms and legs. Okay, so now I am ready to start my blanket stitches around the edge. Don't forget that double thread, okay, with a double knot. So I'm already threaded, I just am doing my knots here real quick. You're going to get really good at these by the end of your project, guys. And remember, start between the layers to hide your knots. Okay? Can't wait to see the finished product.